I'm Datriya from GK Shitty Vivekananda. Based on our English project to know about the relationship between teachers and students, I would like to interview ma'am. Can I?
Yes, please.
Can you please introduce yourself, ma'am?
Namaste to everyone. I am Deepareka and I have been taken up this profession as my career since 21 years, and I have done my Bachelor of Early Childhood Education from Singapore University, and I have worked for many institutions, and which has gained me a good knowledge about becoming a good teacher.
Why do you choose this job, ma'am?
See, choosing, I don't think it's a choice that was given to me. I could say that this is not a job, first of all. I should make you understand the difference between job and profession. Job is different and profession is different. Hope you know it, but let me tell you, job is what we do and we get paid for it. That's how we work. And profession is one thing, we don't wait for our payment, we work for the satisfaction. So that's how I have chosen this as a profession, and I still love it.
Was this your aim, ma'am?
As your question is, this was not my aim, like it was neither my aim or my ambition to become a teacher. Everyone, when they are young, at that time they feel that seeing their own teachers, they get inspired. Somewhere in our life we should become a teacher. That's how they feel. But it so happened that to me, I could say for me, there was a choice given to me. You either choose to become something in your life or you move from this place. So that was the choice given to me. I didn't want to move from the place. So I thought of taking up a profession where which gives me the fullest satisfaction. And it somehow became like this. One of my nephew was undergoing some therapy, and I was like accompanying the child when the therapy was on. And I got inspired from the therapist, actually, I should say in that way. The therapist she was neither a teacher nor an instructor, or I could say a therapist. I could see a wholesome lady in her, where she could bring out whatever the child should become. That was highly inspiring me, and that had scrutinized me to become a teacher.
Thank you. Then was a pandemic situation. In this situation, is online class better for students?
See, now this is inevitable. Yes. Online classes are inevitable as of now. But you being a student, can I ask you this question back again? Are you satisfied with online classes?
No, ma'am.
May I know why?
No, ma'am. It's there is many problem, ma'am.
Okay.
Network connection, and we can't.
You cannot interact with your friends.
Yes.
First of all, yes. See, whenever there is some function happening, why do we want to go for a function? We would like to meet our relatives. That is the biggest plus what we have. And during holidays, we will be wanting to go to our relatives' house. Correct? Meet friends, go outside, see for a theater or a movie, go for a park, play over there. We would like to interact with people. Interaction is one thing which keeps us as human beings.
Yes.
Right? Okay, now that interaction has completely been stopped. It has been completely curbed. So what happens when this curbing is happening? Growth is stopped. So I as a teacher, or we as people in teaching fraternity are highly dissatisfied with this online classes, because teachers love interacting with children. The bondage between a teacher and a student is having eye to eye contact and talking to them. I don't think an online class will give that much of satisfaction for a teacher as well as the student. Than a student, we only talk to the gadgets. Merely talking to the gadgets is something like I talking to the wall. What is the use? So, see, as far as this pandemic is concerned, yes, this is advisable and this is being told by the government, we are supposed to follow, is all fine. But when it comes to the practical thing, the knowledge gained and the bonding gained is absolutely zero. So I am not so happy with online classes.
In your class, what frustrates you the most in the classroom?
In the class, the word frustration itself should be removed from the dictionary, I feel. Because one thing which will frustrate you is when something you plan and go and it does not happen. Or if something is unplanned, that frustrates you. Right? For example, I haven't got any frustration since you are asking some questions to me. Okay. In that case, if that frustration is there, my answers would have been different, which will not satisfy you. Okay. So you had told me that you are going to interact with me for some school project purpose. So you have already prepared me and I have already planned for it. You have already planned for it. Correct? So this is not giving you any frustration. Right. For example, I as a teacher get into the class for the second day of my class. Let us forget about the first day of my school. For the second day of my class, I go to my class and all my children are sitting in front of me. They get up, they wish, and there is a schedule for me to follow. First period, before we start the day, we have prayer, then we have attendance, then first period goes on in English, then science, then social, then second language, third language. This is how then you have PET period. Everything goes under schedule. Okay. Now, I being an English teacher, when I enter into the class, what happens? I take up class in that way. The child will know what is learnt previously. The child should answer. I will ask questions. Then based on today's topic, I will be asking some questions. Then later after that, I would be telling that today's topic, I will be explaining today's topic. When I explain today's topic, one or two will be asking me some questions. I should be ready to answer. It means, what have I done? I have the previous day prepared for it. Right?
Yes, sir.
So, when this preparation is there, I don't have any problem in delivering my speech there. So, when any kind of preparation, for example, cooking at home, what are we going to prepare for the next day? If we do not have a proper plan, what will happen? The moment the next day you get up and go to the kitchen, you will feel, oh no, I'll have to cook so many things today. She needs this, she needs that, I don't know what to do, and all will be messed up there. If this mess should not happen, planning is very, very important. When planning happens, frustration will never come. Okay?
Nice. What is your strength and as well as the weakness as a teacher, ma'am?
Okay, good question. Strength, you wanted to talk about my strength and my weakness. Okay. Both are my students, my children. My strength is my children and my weakness is also my children only. I easily involve myself with children. I get easily connected with them and I can give them what they want. That is my biggest strength. And when I say my weakness is also children only, I easily get carried away by children. today, in case they feel that they don't wanted to learn this topic and they wanted to learn with some other topic, it's okay for me. I don't say it as weakness, it's a very good sign of becoming a good teacher. But then somewhere I feel that my lessons or my portions will be lagging during that time. But still people around me would feel that that is my weakness. It's okay for me.
Okay. Are you satisfied with your career, ma'am?
Yes, very much. That's the reason I have been working here for 21 years. 21 years is not just like that, it has gone. And throughout my period of my career in this profession, complete satisfaction of every single day I have had. I have never thought that today I did not do this well, tomorrow I will be doing it. I never had it in that way. I have always thought that I must do the best. Every day when I go to class, I feel that today I have to give my fullest to the children. When I think like that, when those fullest thing is to be given from my end, that positivity will be transformed to the children. So when the children are completely learning something, I become completely satisfied. So that's how my career has been going, and I have been satisfying all my children till date. Okay.
Have you ever missed your family because of your career, ma'am?
See, life is a kind of compromising thing. Okay. And as I had told you during the question of frustration, it's still about planning also. Yes, few things are to be compromised in life. In that, yes, somewhere I have lost a little bit of bonding with my family members. I will usually get dedicated myself to the work. So that's how the satisfaction comes for me. But then, yes, planning is very important. I always plan my day in such a way that I give equal importance to my family as well as my career. I cannot give up both, or I cannot live without both. That is also there. I can neither live without my career nor with my family. It's not like that. I need both. So both has to be equally balanced. So somewhere at some point of time, yes, for your question, it's a yes only. I have sometimes compromised with my family. I usually don't go for any functions, or I don't mingle with many of my family members, other family members, relatives and so. But still, me and my small sweet family, yes, I am bonded with them. But everything, since there is a plan and it has its own schedule, it goes on like that.
Thank you for spending your pleasure time with me, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Its pleasure is mine. Thank you.